Hey Cameron,
Hey, how's it going, Keith?
going good. Cameron, how are you today?
Good. Can you hear me? Good.
Yeah, I can hear you good.
Okay, perfect. How you doing?
Doing well, Cameron. So how are you today, and how's the day so far?
It's good. So I'm out. I'm actually kind of on vacation this week. So
Hmm.
I'm out here at my dad's place out in Montana.
Oh,
So
awesome,
doing some work out in the woods actually.
fantastic. So Cameron, your new album "Weapons of Choice" was out on March 17th. So would you like to tell me a bit about the songwriting and production behind this new album?
Sure. Yeah, we worked on this record for a couple of years because of COVID. We started it right before the pandemic, right? So then we kind of it got put on hold for almost like a year. And then we got back together and started kind of working on stuff and finished the record at Bell City Sound in Racine, Wisconsin. Um, and then kind of shopped it around to some labels before kind of landing a dual label deal with Eclipse Records and then with Qumran Records. Qumran handles our physical vinyl and all that side of it,
Yeah.
and Eclipse handles our digital marketing and that kind of stuff. So, um, yeah, it's put a lot into the songwriting because we had the time. It took like 3 years, so we're pretty happy with the record. I think it's got a little something for everybody.
Awesome. And was there any particular concept or a theme that was focused in this album?
A particular theme or concept on the record?
Yeah.
There's a lot of different themes on it. We obviously with the pandemic and just kind of where the world was at, there's some themes in there about governmental control and some things that happen, some undertones there. We're not a political band by any means, but there's some things about the times. But then we've also got a couple storyteller type songs like the Jungle Song and that are a little bit more fictitious and more about the mood or the setting,
Mm.
and that kind of inspired the lyrics and kind of what the song's about. And then we've got other songs that are just our fun rock and roll, hard rock party songs, like fist pumpers. It's like you want to get out there and just rock hard with it. So we've got a mix on this record, a little bit of everything. There's not one common theme,
Yeah.
except we want to kind of cover all the bases.
Fantastic. Fantastic. And talking about the cover art, you kind of put some kind of vintage stuff into the cover art. So, any particular idea behind the making of this cover art?
Well, we're all into hot rod cars. We're all into hot rod motorcycles and all that kind of thing, right? A couple of guys got cars and trucks, and a couple of us have bikes, and so we're super into that. Vintage drag racing, we're into kind of
Yeah.
that side of it. The cover of the record actually, there's a lot of like hidden Easter eggs, like as they say, right? On the cover of the record. I don't want to give them all away, but license plate on the car is unique. It's a scratch into the car, American Heavy Rock. That's our original kind of slogan. The Wisconsin flag is flying on the cover.
Yeah.
So there's some things kind of hidden in there on the cover of the record. But yeah, we've always been, kind of big into drag racing and hot rods
Yeah.
and stuff. So that comes through on the album art.
Amazing. And talking about the album, 10 amazing songs, beautifully written, great musical progression with a lot of classical touch towards it, the power, the energy, the vocals, the entire musicianship, totally mind-blowing. Great work from you guys. Thank you so much for putting up an amazing album this year. As a band, how do you feel about the outcome of this one?
Thank you for the kind words. First, we're pretty happy with this record, and we're happy with how it's been received so far. I mean, it's gotten more attention than our last couple of EPs. We haven't put a full length out in a long time, so this was a good chance to do that and make sure that we had what we thought was a good record to put out there. Um, it's been campaigned hard both by Qumran Records and Eclipse, so we're really happy with so far how people are receiving it and liking it. We're getting a lot of attention in the UK, getting some attention down in Latin America, Brazil and Mexico in particular. Australia has been very kind to us. Some German, some stuff in Europe. Scandinavia has always been kind of a second home, with some other bands we work with over there, like Outshine from Sweden. So the reception of the new record's been really, we're happy with it for sure.
Fantastic. And I know you've put up a couple of videos from this album, and I want to talk especially about this video, Bar Fight. So, would you like to tell me about this video and particularly the making of the video?
Yeah, so this is an interesting story. So, the guy that does our videos, Joe Filson, and he's actually over in Gothenburg, Sweden. Okay,
Mhm.
well, he wasn't able to get over here in time to do the filming. So, what we did for the bar fight video is the picture, like where the band is on the television, right?
Yeah,
All of that filming of the band, we did ourselves over here at a friend of ours. He has a race shop. Top alcohol funny car, Andy Bull Racing. So we filmed it in his race shop, but the quality of the film on our cameras versus his camera, where he filmed the bar scene with the bartender and the kid, and
yeah,
he filmed that all on a really nice high def camera. So to make it, he couldn't make it match exactly when he edited it together. So that's where he came up with the idea. Is like, I'll put you guys on the TV in the bar, right?
yeah,
So and then the night that they were going to film the bar scenes, right? He had about 20 people were supposed to come over that night to film like a big bar fight. Like it was going to be a big scene. And they had some crazy fluke weather happened. And they can only get like a couple people were only able to make it there. And it was super, super cold, right? So if you look in the video, you can actually see their breath because they're out in a barn where they built this bar, the set for it,
yeah,
and it was like 0 degrees, you know. And then because they only had two people, Joel had to rewrite the script on the fly, like right there. And so he rewrote the story about, the kid at the bar and he's trying to mind his own business, and the rock guy comes in, gives him a hard time. So the bartender and the kid are actors, friends of Outshine and Joel, that kind of like kind of act these things out, and they're kind of a little more pro at it. But then the rock and roll guy, Robert, is the drummer for Outshine because he
yeah.
was there to help. And then the guy who comes in at the very end and drinks all the leftover alcohol, that's the singer from Outshine, Jimmy. So that's how he made a story. So Joel's kind of a wizard. He's a smart guy, and he came up with a
Amazing.
really cool way to make that video work
Yeah.
given the circumstances. So
Amazing,
yeah.
amazing, amazing. And Cameron, any big plans in 2023 in terms of touring?
Yeah, I don't know that we'll go full touring, but we definitely have some big shows that we've in our home state of Wisconsin. We've got a really big one next week up in Sheboygan, Wisconsin, sponsored by the local radio station 106.5 The Buzz in Sheboygan, Wisconsin. That's going to be our official record release, we're calling it. That's going to be a big one. About a month after that, we're up at a Pet School Brewery with our friends 20 Watt Tombstone, and we're doing a gig up there, and that should be pretty big. But then probably the big one this summer, we're doing Rockfest in Cadott, Wisconsin. Pantera is the headliner of the night we play. So, I mean, it's huge bands.
Yeah,
Godsmack's on that, Slipknot, a whole bunch of bands. So, yeah, we're pretty excited about that one. And then we got a couple bands from Europe that are going to come over, and we're going to do we're going to do some tour dates with them too here in the States. And that's next couple of weeks. We'll let everybody know kind of what's going on with that. We've kept it closely guarded secret for a minute, but yeah, we're doing something with a Qumran band that's coming over. That's my hint. And then also some other friends of ours from over in Scandinavia are coming over. So, and then I
awesome.
think in 2024 we'll probably do some touring, and I think we may even get over to the UK. There's a couple festivals interested. I think next year you'll probably see some even bigger shows.
Awesome, awesome. And any plans by end of this year or early next year to get back into the studio to make more music for the band?
Yeah, I think so. 2024 is a huge year for us. It's a big anniversary for the band. I'll give that away probably a little later, but it's a significant anniversary for Carbellion. So we're talking about we got to put something out. And we're talking with Eclipse and Qumran about, okay, how do we want to do this? Do we want to release, a full length of new material? Do we do an EP? Do we do a little bit more of a greatest hits? Maybe go in and record some
Yeah.
songs live from our past, and then throw some new material on, maybe some covers. We're gonna do something, yeah, because the guys are hungry to write. I am too. We've got 3 or 4 brand new songs, that are not recorded that we're working through, and a couple more that are in pieces. So I think you'll definitely see something. Maybe not by the end of this year, but probably very early next year. Yeah.
Amazing. And the band's our history goes way back to 2004, and you have three full-length albums and a couple of EPs on hold. So, how do you feel about the road that you have traveled so far?
You know, it's pretty crazy. I mean, we used to do a lot more touring,
Mm.
and we played a ton of shows, played all the time. And I miss that a little bit, but now we're a lot more focused on really bigger shows, or putting on, making it a big event when we play. And our songwriting has gotten a lot better just because we've been doing it a lot longer. We take our time now, and we don't just to put out a record. We're not gonna write filler songs, right? We're gonna make sure we've got good material that we feel like every single song belongs on the record. Or it serves a purpose for the record, beyond just time and space. So, that being said, I think that we've grown a lot as a band over the years. Only two of us are original at this point, myself, the singer, and Brandon Bauer, the rhythm guitar player. But I mean, Jamie, who's on lead guitar now, was our drummer for like 14 years. So he's been in the band so long that he's more or less he's an original member. Many years of that. And then Steve and Brent on bass guitar and on drums have been with the band now more than 6 years. So I mean, like, we're feeling pretty good about it. I think that we're like a fine wine; it gets better with age.
Yeah,
We hope. We
absolutely.
hope.
Seriously, awesome. And Cameron, I know there should have been a lot of great moments over the years, but is there something special that you want to share with me today?
Uh, you know, I don't know, man. I think that the longer we do this, the more we're doing it. I mean, it's still exciting for us. Everything's still new, and it still feels really good. And I think we have a lot to do yet, for being at this close to 20 years now, and on some different independent labels out the years. We played some huge shows, opening for a lot of our idols over the years, on select dates and stuff. But I don't think we've achieved everything that we can yet. And the guys feel that way too. So I'm excited for what the future brings. I think that also I would say the live music industry is hungry for it after being locked down and after the pandemic. And people want to get back out there and just immerse themselves in the music and the live experience and really get back into it. And I think that's where vinyl, even listen to it at home, has made this huge comeback. Audiophiles, really put the cans on, listen to like
Yeah,
a great record, or play it really loud in your house, man, or in the car. It's back. It's back. And I feel good about it. Yeah.
fantastic. And Cameron, finally, any message that you want to give to the fans around the world?
Hey, we appreciate everybody who's been buying the new record, downloading the songs, adding us to playlists, streaming us. That's super huge for us in today's day and age. If we, the more Spotify, Apple Music, Pandora, Tidal, Last FM, SoundCloud, Amazon Music, the more people, YouTube with the videos. We got 3 videos from this record out for Pity the Backseat, Bar Fight, and Listen for Ghosts. Go check them out on our YouTube channel. And we're easy to find, man. If you can spell Carbellion, Carbellion, if you can spell it, Google it, you'll find us. We're out there. We're the only one. So, really appreciate the fans that have been buying stuff, streaming. We've had people following us for 20 years, and we're still making new fans all the time. And so we appreciate that. We appreciate that people take the time, man. I can't say enough about how good our fans are. We put out a shirt, they buy it. We put out, they want the new sticker, they want whatever it is, just rabid for it, which is really cool. And we super appreciate it.
Fantastic. And Cameron, I want to thank you so much for giving me today this wonderful opportunity to have you on this interview. And a real pleasure to meet you. And thank you so much for putting up an amazing album, Weapons of Choice, this year. Fantastic album, the power, the energy, and each and every song from this album, totally mind blowing. Thank you again for allowing us to listen to that wonderful music that you guys been creating. And thank you so much for all that you do. And I wish you and the entire band all success in the coming days. Hope to see you guys on the road real soon.
Well, absolutely. And thanks for having us, man. Super,
My
super
pleasure.
appreciate the time and support. Awesome.
My pleasure, Cameron. Take care and have a good day. Bye bye.
Thanks.